You care about your money? Listen up. Vice President Harris and former President Trump's tax plans will affect your paychecks, but in different ways, of course, depending on who wins in November. The Democratic nominees propose tax benefits for families and a hike on the corporate tax rate, while the Republican nominee is seeking to extend the cuts passed during his administration back in 2017. Let's bring in CBS MoneyWatch Associate Managing Editor Aimee Picchi joining us from Vermont. Let's start with Trump, Aimee. How would the extension of his tax cuts change how people's paychecks are calculated?
Yeah, so basically the Trump tax cuts went into effect in 2018, and they basically lowered taxes for every tax bracket. But these tax cuts are due to expire at the end of 2025. So if Trump wins election in November, he's expected to try to extend those tax cuts. And basically, again, every group would see some kind of benefit, at least that's their projection. But some groups will do better than others. For instance, the top earners, the top 0.1%, these are people with average income of more than $14 million a year, would see their income increase by $376,000 a year in 2026. And the lowest earning Americans, they have about $20,000 of income a year, would get about a $320 annual increase. But again, these are tax cuts that are already in effect. So in a way, you wouldn't really see much of a change, but you would just see that continuation. That's kind of what we've been living with. The one big change, however, would be for people on Social Security, because Trump wants to eliminate taxes on Social Security benefits. And the folks who would really see a benefit for that are middle income and higher income senior citizens, because they're the ones who really are paying those taxes on those benefits. So they would actually get the biggest boost from his plans at this point.
Yeah, it really does matter where you sit in the economy, how much you make, and what benefits you're reaping now. What then would Harris's plan, as it's been outlined, because there's not too many specifics, what would that mean for families, as far as we know?
Right. Yeah, and that's a really good point. First of all, there's more probably to come from the Harris campaign. So this is based on what we know so far, and she's expected to let the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act provisions expire. And if that happens, is what would happen is that the highest income folks at 0.1%, they would end up seeing their taxes increase by about $167,000 a year. But she also wants to help lower income and middle class families through a bunch of expanded tax credits. For instance, a child tax credit, she wants to give $6,000 a year for parents of newborns. She wants to expand the earned income tax credit. So the effect of that would be a real boost to the lower and middle income families. For instance, the lowest income families, $20,000 a year of income, would see a benefit of about $2,400 a year. That's 8 times what they would get under Trump, as far as we know right now.
All right, Aimee Picchi, thanks so much.
Thank you.